Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Neek cast. This is Sideburn Scroll and
Noomlock.
Noomlock and Sideburn Scroll. It's
Or
interchangeable. We're co-host, even though I'm the better co-host. uh,
said the sidekick.
so we've been gone for a few
It's
weeks.
all his fault.
It's all his fault.
I beat you to it.
I've
You can't.
texted him. I've tried to get in contact with him. Man, this guy like lives under a rock. So
It's not that I live under a
um,
rock. There are just periods of times when I just die for a few weeks.
Noomlock just goes away. I don't
I
know
do.
where he goes. He goes to Cuba, maybe Fiji. He likes his breaks. I don't know.
Asgard.
And so,
I go to
yeah.
Asgard.
And so we're calling this time where we were gone the Neek absence, and we're sorry
Yeah.
for it.
We
Um,
apologize, but yeah.
but we're back this
But
week, and
yeah.
we have some cool stuff to talk about.
But
So,
speaking of Asgard, Asgard's in the Avengers universe, isn't it? So doesn't that lead you conveniently into something? Huh?
yeah,
Doesn't
I
it?
I was gonna do another lead in, but way to force it.
Hey.
But hey, no, but Martin Freeman has been confirmed for Captain America: Civil War, which is ridiculously awesome. Like we all know Martin Freeman from Sherlock, we know him from
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
not as much. I mean, that
He
movie's
was
good,
in it.
but we know him from a little thing called The Hobbit. Not
You
many people
okay?
know that. Yeah. Uh,
You okay?
and so it's gonna be fantastic. His role has not been confirmed, but
He is gonna
everybody
be
is
in it.
speculating. Yeah, it doesn't matter what his role is. He's gonna like kill it,
He's
whatever
gonna
it is.
tear up.
Also, Ant-Man and the Vision were confirmed. I can't give away too many spoilers on the show because
Ant-Man is gonna be interesting because the actor who's playing him, Paul Rudd. Do you know who
yeah.
that is?
Mhm.
Ant-Man's supposed to be like a genius, right? He's the guy who made Ultron originally in the comics, right?
Yeah.
And I just have never, no offense to Paul Rudd if he's watching, unlikely, but I never saw Paul Rudd as much of the genius type. I always saw him as more like the funny
Funny,
friend.
funny guy.
He's
Yeah.
he's like the Quagmire of movies.
And that Ant-Man comes out in 2 months as well.
Yeah,
If you've seen Avengers, though, you can sort of see how they've accumulated a mass of superheroes in that movie that will be fighting each other in Civil War, which will be ridiculously awesome.
that's gonna
But
be amazing.
I'm gonna make sure Noomlock catches up on MCU. So,
Yeah, I haven't seen the new Avengers movie,
but he will.
but I pretty much know how it goes
No,
because everyone talks about it.
oh, that's true. You heard it on the grapevine, right? But in other news pertaining to nerdy type stuff, Nerd Geek, as the podcast name.
We've got some new Star Wars photos.
Well, they're not new because people have seen them already,
They're
but
relatively
they
new.
were good. Like,
If you compare these photos to the length of time that the Earth has existed, then they're like Lamborghini new.
yeah, basically, like.
I don't know what that
But we
means.
just want to talk. I don't know either. You're going crazy, but we they're
We all
like
go a little crazy sometimes
we just thought we should discuss them because the gravity they have,
because
in
they're
the
awesome.
Nerd Geek universe. Like,
They're awesome. So the first photo was
the new villain. What do you think of the new
yeah.
villain?
I'm gonna pull up his photo. I saved it. I think that he looks the part. To be honest, he looks the part of evil bad guy.
He's a little too skinny for me.
He's too
Not as
skinny.
much
Well,
muscle.
skinny's like the new look.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe
Everyone likes a skinny person. That's
well, I
just
mean, Darth Vader. Like, I guess he was part robotic, so like
he was mostly robotic. What you
he
talking
was
about?
mostly more man than more machine than man. But
The Sith could rebuild them. They had the technology.
so of course he's going to be more bulky, and then we use villains like Grievous that are super bulky.
Entirely robotic, but somehow still
Yeah.
use the Force.
So it's
Well,
just
actually,
odd.
he wasn't entirely robotic, was he?
Yeah.
Because Obi-Wan Kenobi ripped open his chest and shot his heart.
Actually, the story behind that was he was a test basically for Vader
Oh,
later on. So like
Vader version 1.0.
They shot him down.
What
He had
OS?
his
What OS did Grievous run on?
98 Windows 98.
Oh, that explains it.
But he almost died, of course. But then they put him in cryo and eventually gave him, the look he has and the Clone Wars. And so, anyway, we got off topic. But the new villain,
Yeah,
it
new
looks
villain.
different than
He
the old one,
looks
but still looks
interesting.
cool. He
But
still looks legit.
as we can see, new villain, not just the Sithy looking dude, but there's also some guys in the background.
What do you mean?
The two snow troopers in the background.
The Snowtrooper, sweet.
They've got a bit of a new look too with the helmet.
Yeah, and I don't mind.
Different.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
don't
good.
either. I don't either.
It's new. I think it's fresh.
Yeah.
There's also a photo posted
Very Spock.
about the yes, Spock-esque. No, with the bounty hunters.
Yeah,
showing
pull
some
this one.
bounty hunters up. I mean, showing some bounty hunters, and the bounty hunters look pretty sweet. We don't know the role yet,
They look quite swish. I believe that's how the children say it.
but one of the main characters apparently is friends with them, and so they'll possibly, I don't know what, they'll be the equivalent to Ewoks, and
I always enjoyed a good Ewok.
like, except they know how to fly spaceships and they're bounty hunters, which makes them.
I just thought I'd throw that in. I enjoy a nice Ewok. I think everyone should enjoy a nice Ewok.
So we love the new look of the Sith, even though we're a little, not used to it. And with the new bounty hunters, we like how they look. They look pretty cool.
Pretty swish.
We just can't discuss too much about them because we don't know their role.
Wait a minute.
exactly.
Wait a minute. I was just looking at the photo. If you look, there's the big fat orange guy.
Yeah.
He's got like a dog by his leg. Makes him look a bit like a. Is he like possibly the leader?
Yeah, I would think.
Because
so.
he's also in the center of the photo, and that's.
And who he reminds me of, sort of a
Jabba
space
the Hutt?
kingpin, a space kingpin, like from Daredevil.
A little bit. He looks a bit like a.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a pit boss or something.
And
then we have this seductive droid over to the left.
we're gonna be talking about
Yeah.
Daredevil here. Not my opinion. If you check the link in the description, it will be to my video. But
we're gonna talk about my opinion because my opinion's all that matters.
Newmont's opinion.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But Daredevil,
What's your opinion on the first season?
awesome.
Been confirmed for season 2.
I loved
What
it.
was your favorite part?
The unveiling of the new suit, or his new
That was
suit.
awesome.
That
I don't know if
was.
my
He's just
favorite
like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get away scot-free away in this turned over truck, and he's just like, boom. Hey, guess what? No, you're not.
When he threw the nunchucks and knocked out the dude who was driving the truck, did you think I died?
No, I saw the guy get knocked out by the nunchuck, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And then he landed on the truck, and I was like, okay, yeah. I've had too much awesome today. I can't take any more.
When Wesley got shot to death, did you expect that at all?
The Wesley's the reporter dude, right? Or no.
No, he's the guy who worked for Kingpin.
Yeah, I remember.
When
Wesley! Oh, I cried. I'm gonna be honest.
I didn't
cried.
like Wesley because he was evil, of course, but I didn't hate him. He played his part.
I liked Wesley. I liked Wesley as a character.
And I didn't expect the gun to be loaded.
I didn't expect her to shoot. Well, he took it from one of the guns.
It was just boom, 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 boom.
I was just like, lady, no.
I hated when they're what's the reporter's name?
Which guy?
The black guy.
The reporter.
He was so cool.
I want to say Gus. But
Gus?
I know that's not right.
But I'm not gonna say Gus.
Ben.
He was so cool.
I liked Ben. Ben was really nice.
I can't believe he died. Hopefully they bring him somehow.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Yeah, but he was cool. It's just such a great series. Like, there's some shows you watch and you'll see an episode and you'll be like, okay,
yeah,
I guess.
You get bored of it, but I chain watched them all.
Me too.
Like one day.
as well. And it was just so
But
So good.
I cried when at the part when Wesley died, and I cried when oh, what's his name? The mob boss guy.
Kingpin,
Yeah, the Kingpin. What was his name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Fisk.
Fisk,
Wi-
that's it. Wilson Fisk. But I cried when he tried to propose when he was being taken away.
I didn't.
I was
He's
like,
so
wedding ring. Well, no,
I
that's where you and I differ. Whereas you see a bad guy and you see a bad guy, I saw the tortured soul part of him that smashed his father's brains in with a hammer.
that
Spoiler
was
alert.
awesome.
Mhm.
And then they got
I did, for lack of a better word, I did enjoy that.
go grab the handsaw.
Yeah, and then the mom was just like, I've been planning this. That mom was a little creepy because she just like immediately she knew what to do. She was like, grab a
I just
handsaw.
love how dark it was. It was a good
It
change
was
for
dark.
MCU.
I
Just-
gotta say though, one of my favorite scenes of all time is that initial fight scene
the second episode
in the
with
first
hallway.
one.
I was
Well-
talking about. I was thinking about the hallway scene.
Oh, that was cool when he's like all wounded and he just like fights him.
That was so sick. That
No,
was,
I'm talking about the one where the girls are about to be trafficked away and he like whoops them all.
oh,
I
yeah.
liked how he like threw the stick against the door and it bounced back and hit the guy in the face.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you like his finally well after this we're gonna talk about one last thing, but before we conclude, how
We
do you
can-
like Stick?
I was just about to say we've got one more character to talk about and we have to talk
Stick.
about him. Stick. He gives me a very Clint Eastwood feel.
He was so dark. Like
He was. Well, I think that
how
there's
he
this.
killed that kid. Like oh
Oh, when he killed the weapon kid thing.
yeah, the weapon kid. I don't
Yeah.
know why he was the weapon, but
I don't know why he had to choose a
you
bow
know
and
what I
arrow.
noticed too for next season? When he went in front of that guy and he's like, "Will he be ready?" and he said, "I don't know." I
Oh
think
yeah.
that's where next season will go.
I think this season worked a lot on character development, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can agree on that.
Yeah.
I think that next season is going to work more along the lines of story development with like different relationships and stuff because the relationships between people was just everywhere in the first season. Like
Mm.
first Foggy, who besides Matt, he's the only name I can remember. But Foggy, he was with the
Karen.
late Karen, thank you. He was with Karen and then he was back with Marcy and
Foggy was such a ball.
Spanish lady. I just
Or
remember the Spanish
Foggy.
lady.
Uh,
Spanish lady.
well, she died, so she doesn't.
Yeah, I
matter.
know. I wasn't
That's
saying
what-
that he dated Spanish lady. I said that I remember her death. A lot of dying. A lot of dying.
Okay, so finally to conclude, we could talk about Daredevil all day. But
I could. We probably will once we're done. We're going to talk about it more.
Yeah, the new upcoming show on the CW. Of course, CW has produced Flash and the Arrow is going to be Supergirl. No, never mind. It's not on CW. What am I saying?
I don't know.
No, it's going to be on CBS. But Supergirl, what are your feelings on it? Do you think it'll be a good show? Do you think it's a good way to go for DC right now? Like, should they put out a Supergirl show? And if so,
Oh,
how do you like?
this is hard to tell because, from what I've heard, this doesn't tie into the cinematic universe. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
it's like
two
its
separate
own
things.
thing.
But it will tie into the TV universe with Arrow.
Yeah,
and
yeah. What about Watchmen? Do you think it'll tie into Watchmen at all?
Possibly. And one last thing. They're making a new DC show called. It's basically like DC's Justice League for television. Called
Injustice League.
no,
I'm kidding.
it's
That's the
called,
bad guys. There actually is an Injustice League.
no, but anyway, they're making a new TV show. They're gonna have Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, and then they're gonna have a show that's like a team, like with Hawk Girl and a ton of other superheroes, and the Atom, and Captain Cold, and
Yeah, but anyway, what I was thinking about the Supergirl show. I think that it'll. What the heck is that? Okay, I think that it's gonna. I'm not entirely sure it's gonna work, to be honest. I mean, I honestly see it as a bit of a cash grab.
Yeah, well, how I don't see it working is
I
I
mean,
just don't like DC because they don't tie in their TV shows with their movies at all.
the main
And
reason.
I think that's
Oh,
a
you finish.
horrible idea because
Mm-hmm.
you could have so much more story development. In the aftermath of the movie, you could have something happen in the TV show. Or maybe something will happen in the TV show and then it'll affect something in the movie. It's just,
Like in Daredevil, because the Avengers completely destroyed New York. That's why all the crime lords were like getting big, is because they started
yeah.
going into realty.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely.
You know,
And
something like that would be pretty cool. So like, I don't know,
and even
Gotham, Batman flies away with the bomb,
no, they can't do that.
and then
Gotham, Gotham's a prequel series. That's the only tie-in show they couldn't. But like I mean, they have
no,
Flash,
no, no.
Arrow.
I was gonna say there was something they could tie in, but whatever. You just finish.
Okay, well, okay. What were you gonna say? Because
No,
it's
I'm
a
not gonna
pre.
say it now. I'm not gonna say it now.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess we'll end on this note. It's been a nice Friday.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you guys. Nice talking to this Noomlock
Yeah,
guy over
I was
here.
about to say the same to you. What's your name again? Burnside Scroll.
I'm gonna kill you. Just kidding. So this has been the Neat Cast, especially long one.
Yeah.
We're returning every Friday. Definitely from now on, we're not gonna fail without fail, unless one of us has a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
Even then we'll have the Neat Cast.
So,
But
so this is Cyburn Scroll. I'm Noomlock. Try not to get hit by a bus.
signing off.
Bye.